Already started.
It will. It's fine. We got plenty of time then.
How to recruit Byleth? I don't even need to do that.
You were playing Smash Ultimate? Yeah. How do you recruit
Byleth in Smash Ultimate?
Just pay $4.99. It's that easy.
Yeah, you gotta buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy Byleth. Gotta buy Byleth's affection for $5.
So this will be probably the first ever update video. Or it's
an official one?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm assuming since you started this channel over a decade ago, you've never done one. So...
I never felt like I needed to.
Yeah, you never needed to until now. So this is probably the first time that we felt like you needed to do an update to talk about the current standings of both this channel and the Attempt to Play channel. So in case you weren't aware, there are two channels. This one is just the main one, I guess you would say, because this is where everything started. So this is the main one, and then the other channel is one that's just called Attempt to Play. You can probably just put up on the screen. I don't know if you can still do links. I don't know if that's still a thing.
In the description you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Not really
you can't do links in videos anymore?
I could put up a card, but who uses those?
You might as well.
You both, I guess.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, because, oh man. I've been dealing with YouTube for so long. There's so many things that used to be here that aren't here anymore, and I forget
annotations on screen.
Yeah, Messenger. Remember when you could message people on YouTube? That hasn't been a thing for like. That hasn't been a thing since like 2011.
One thing I always point out is when you could video respond to someone. Like you put a video in the comments.
See, I remember that, but I never did it. I do remember that though, but I never used it, and then it went away. There's so many things. YouTube's gotten so basic. But anyways, so the first thing I wanted to mention is the fact that as of this video, very close to 1,000 subs. Very close, like less than 20. You need like maybe 16?
95?
I think you're like 16 or 17 off right now.
Yeah.
So definitely going to be putting in some work, and that's part of the reason why I felt like we needed this update video. Was in order to have a standing of where we currently are with the channel and with Attempt to Play, which for this channel, mostly it's like Crusade and Chemco are like the focuses of the channel. Those are the two things that come up. It's mostly Crusade because Crusade is ever expanding, whereas Chemco it's more like they have to put out games for you to play.
Once a month.
Yeah, they have to put out games for you to play. But for Crusade's actually something that you're more a part of, so it's much easier to do content for it.
Though I will say I'm still waiting for the time Chemco personally emails me about stuff.
One day.
I want it.
It'll happen in the future. You have to get noticed first.
Gotta get to 10,000.
Yeah, exactly. But numbers only go up in one direction. And that's kind of...
They only go up in one direction?
Yeah, they only go up.
They go up, upside down.
Up. But yeah, so before you get to 10,000, you got to get to 1,000. So you got to get that first 0 before you can get the other 0.
I already got the first 0, it was 10. And then 100, and then 1,000.
Yeah, you got to get that 0. And
3 zeros before 4 of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's how numbers work.
Anyway.
So... I know that with this channel, it's been mostly just Crusade and Chemco. Been doing a lot of like character reveals because since you started making your own characters for Crusade, this year you've done like what, 6?
Done
6, 7, 8. You did 8 characters.
4 Turtles, Shredder, Rat King, Shaq, and Tessa.
Wow, yeah.
And then I'm in the midst of doing 2 projects with two other people.
Yeah. So you have 8 characters that you've done, in which all of their trailers are like on this channel. You'll be able to scroll back and you can see all of them.
Yeah, they're on the Smash playlist.
And you also have characters that other people have been working on that you've just been helping them with. So, like, I know that one just recently released.
Close. It's in a playable state, but not actually done.
No, before that. There's one that you told me this morning that recently came out.
No, it's not. He's not out. Neither of them are out.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, one's in a playable state, one isn't. To tell you the truth. Playable enough, but no, then none of them are
okay.
out.
Yeah, I guess it's not really our place to announce anything, so that'll just happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know that you've also been doing more live streams. Is something that you've also started on the channel with both Chemco games and just Crusade matches.
Yeah. When I have either like a time where nothing's going on, or if I happen to have free time, then I'm able to do it. Usually with days where nothing's happening, I want to do Chemco, but those days are kind of far in between compared to having free time to just do Crusade. That's why Chemco kind of on the back burner right now. As much as I hate to say it, but
yeah. Well, unfortunately, life is tough, and there's a lot of things going on all the time. So having spare time is not easy. Sometimes you have to give up something to have some time. So, because that's just the way it is. Especially nowadays, that's just the way it is. So, but you've been able to make it work. You've done some streams, and it's been slowly expanding. So, it hasn't been all bad. And then obviously we have Attempt to Play, which is the second channel, which is us just playing through whatever the hell we got on the shelf or around. Just all kinds of things. Either things we played when we were younger, things that we didn't get to experience. Sometimes we just randomly pick something neither of us have played and we see what happens. A lot of kart racers, so...
yeah, we keep getting plenty of those.
Yeah, that's because that's kind of what we prefer when it comes to games that we're both playing. A lot of the time we just play kart racers.
Kart racers.
So there's gonna be plenty of those, along with like we have various things when it comes to like the holidays, like Attempt to Scare, when we play like the quote unquote scarier games, or just any games that are like have some sort of horror theme or aesthetic.
Halloween-esque.
Yeah, and like Attempt to Slay, which is the same thing but Christmas. And we have El June, which has been going on for a couple years now.
3.
Yeah, where we've been playing through every LJN game. Been trying to do it by year. We've run into some problems. Like one game we had to skip because we couldn't get it to work. Which I guess it's fine to say that the game that even though we've been going through the games by year, the only game we haven't done is Nightmare on Elm Street because we can't get it to work. So we have to figure something out, and we'll be able to play that one. Along with the rest of them that we haven't played yet. We still have quite a few.
Though we should be able to get through them this year.
Yeah.
Next year. Next June.
Yeah, so on the Attempt to Play channel, all of our episodes are on there. How many do we have left? Let me see. 6.
Probably not a lot, but we do have them. We just gotta play them.
13.
Yeah, we could do
So
that.
we have 13 LJN games left, or 13 games that have the LJN like seal of approval on them that we haven't played, which includes Nightmare on Elm Street.
With how the games were recently, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be. They should only be one video. They're probably gonna be less than a half hour. I can probably guess.
Probably all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we already have something planned for after El June, so that will probably still be in June. It's just not going to be LJN because we won't have any LJN games left to play unless fucking what company is it? Acclaim?
Yeah.
Acclaim decides to use the LJN label again.
Whenever that happens, I don't think
that's ever gonna happen because they technically own LJN. They just don't use that name. But as long as that doesn't happen, then we've got like 13 games, and then we'll move on to a different company because we already have one in mind. But something like that, and then we'll probably move on to another one. But something like that will stick to June. That's going to be a June thing, regardless of the company.
Yeah.
And then that was just kind of a thing. To be completely honest, I don't even know how it started. It just kind of did. I don't know how El June started.
El June. Yeah. Okay. I can't remember.
I don't either, but I guess the channel just needed a gimmick. So
we did something, I guess. We did in June.
Yeah. So I guess the next thing that we could say is perhaps just like more of things that are coming, like when it comes to ideas, things that we've started doing. Like for example, for the Attempt to Play channel, we've been doing first impressions videos. One that recently went up before this video did on the Attempt to Play channel is we played River City Girls 2.
Yeah.
The first impressions videos go on the Attempt to Play channel, and then you can just do a post on yours saying that it's there.
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep them there. So that's where those are going to stay, just because a lot of the Attempt to Play stuff, just to prevent it from getting dogpiled into this channel, and because everything on there, like the games that we play, can be kind of random, except for the first impressions are generally like shortly after the game launches is when we play them. But aside from that, we kind of just play whatever on Attempt to Play, and so that way, just so they don't get hidden, then we keep them here. Another easy way, just as a side note, an easy way to find the Attempt to Play channel is if you search Mystic Epic FNAF. It is the first video that pops up, which is that bootleg, like illegal bootleg FNAF game
On the Xbox?
that is still up. It is still there.
Yeah, you can still get it.
You can get it. Do not get it.
Don't.
Because you can't, like, we have a 20-minute video. If you watch that video, you will have experienced the whole game. It quite literally, the game experience, the video is 20 minutes, the game experience is like 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's not much going on.
You quite literally do like a thing, and then like the game just puts up a wall that you can't get past, and that's it, and you waste $5. So you could just watch the video and don't waste your money.
Yeah, it was called FNAF, using the security breach thumbnail. But then it got taken down, so they put it up with some other crap and called it Mystic
so
Epic FNAF.
Because it was called FNAF. That was the original name, and it got taken down, so they changed the name and put it back up.
This is fine.
I was gonna say, I don't know how that's possible. They're exactly the same. And so they took it down, and then it came back. But it's the same game. How is it still up?
We got questions.
I don't understand how it's still there. It needs to go away. Because it's a waste of money. I know we've played trash, but this is literally a waste of money. It's like experimenting with an engine without having access to the engine. It's so stupid.
That's pretty bad.
But yeah, so anyways, the Attempt to Play will have the first impressions video. That's kind of a newer thing that we were trying with that. It's worth a shot. So
we'll see.
So we'll keep going with it for now. We're gonna see what happens. It also depends on games that we have interest in, because unfortunately, due to how the gaming industry currently is, there are games that come out every day, and we can't do that. So because like I said, life is tough. You don't always have free time, so we can't play everything, but we will try our best to play things gradually as they come out, but it may not be too often. So, because, like, the gap between Sonic Frontiers and River City Girls 2 is probably about an average amount of time that the gap will be, if not a little more, in between first impressions videos. So,
Right.
That's just as a thing, that's just to be expected. Another thing that we were going to do with the Attempt to Play channel, or something that I wanted to do, is I wanted to add a little end slate thing to the Attempt to Play videos that will start in
2023, the next year.
Yes, that will start in 2023, which is something that, for lack of a better name, I'm just calling it Attempt to Scale, where it's going to be a meter that has 4 tiers, and it will essentially just say, it will have the lowest tier, which will be do not attempt. The second tier will be possibly attempt. Third tier will be should attempt. And the fourth tier will be must attempt. So it is a scale on whether or not you should play this game. It is not a scale of how good or bad the game is. And with this scale, we don't have to finish it. It is just us playing the game, and we'll see how we feel, and we will rate it. And then from there, you can decide if you want to play it. If you end up watching the video for a game that you haven't played, or yeah, if it's like something you're curious about or something you've never heard of, or if it's just some old game that you're just like, oh, that game's old, I'm not playing that.
It's old.
But I wanted to give it a try. But I also didn't want it to be like a review because I want to do that.
I ain't a video game reviewer.
So yeah, we don't want to review games. We just want to play them and complain because that's
I just want to play and complain.
play and complain. So
You complain with a Y?
complain. Yeah, COMPLAY''N. Complain. About games. So this scale, that's why I made an attempt to scale to see if it's worth even trying. So that's basically what it is. It's us informing you if you should try it. Because we may like it and you won't, and vice versa. Because we're all different. So it's not us telling you that this game is bad and you do whatever. This is like, it's also just an opinion because that's all you can do on the internet, unless you're like a political figure, which we're very clearly not because I don't know shit about what's going on in the outside world. So we're gonna give that a try starting in 2023. Obviously, the intro is going to change because we do that every year for Attempt to Play. In case you haven't noticed that, like, every year we come up with a new intro and we use it for the whole year.
Yeah.
And so you can just wait and see what that'll be. And I think for that, at least for Attempt to Play, that will be
Like,
the
covers
newer
pretty much
things for
everything
now.
I think.
Yeah, we're going to try these things. Just to change up just a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. But for the main channel here, and you still have your live streams of both Crusade and Chemco.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of Iron Man. Still
You-
waiting when I can do day 4.
I was gonna say, you were. You have to start over, don't you?
Well, I already day 3 is when I started over, like in the middle.
Oh, okay.
I did the first row again.
Oh, okay, so it's just the first row?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be something. Those have been your longer streams of you trying to go through your entire Crusade launcher of a couple hundred characters, which is crazy.
A couple hundred.
Yeah, you got a couple hundred. So that's going to be coming up in the near future. You can't give specified dates because
I don't
want to.
Hopefully sooner or later. That's all I can really say.
I know you also have your Chemco live streams of one that you're currently playing through.
Yeah, as Divine Menace.
Yes.
I keep saying it. We're probably near the end, and I keep saying it every time. Even the beginning of the last live stream, the 4-hour one, I said we're probably near the end, so I'll probably finish it. I didn't.
Yeah. So we'll get back to that one, and then obviously we'll move on to another Chemco game. We'll get through all of them sooner or later.
Yeah, it'll happen.
And at least for Chemco games, those are going to just stick to live streams because I feel like there's not really any other format that works for it.
Yeah,
So,
I think it just works the best live stream.
yeah. It's the easiest way to get through all the games. So you'll do the live stream, and then people can either watch the stream or they can watch the VOD when it's up. You could wait until the game's over and just binge the whole thing so you can experience the whole game without having to actually play it.
Or you can wait for our Chemco discussion about the game that we just
Yes,
played.
because we'll have a discussion at the end that will be similar to the last one, just with a different game. And obviously a different experience. You'll feel differently about it than the previous one. But we'll get to that when we do the video.
We gotta make a Chemco tier list.
Yeah, you have to play them all first.
I gotta set one up.
Never gonna happen.
I gotta set one up.
You can't go on tier list maker. There are Chemco games on there.
I didn't bother looking.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Like,
I
it
just saw
updates
that.
every time Chemco comes out with a game.
I don't think so. I think you have to manually. I think someone has to go in there and update it. I don't know if it's like Wikipedia where you can just do it yourself.
I'll do it. I'll run it.
Yeah, we'll see. Excuse me. So, also on this channel, I know that you said that Tessa was the last, at least for this year, Tessa was the last character you were doing. So you hadn't had one lately. But starting next year is when you're gonna have more I mean, I just give support, but I don't actually do anything. So I just give feedback, but you actually do everything. So starting next year is when you're gonna start having characters come back out again.
Yeah.
Not gonna say anything about it.
Okay.
You just have to, I was gonna say, you just have to wait. I don't know if you wanted to say who you wanted to do next.
Yeah, I mean, they were teased at the end of the, at both, what was it? Yeah, Rat King and Tessa's. If you wait till the end, then there's a little teaser for them. At the end of Rat King, it was Casey Jones, and then at the end of Tessa, it was Q.
Okay. So, they'll be coming next year, and obviously, based on how your other characters went, it's definitely something to be excited for, because who knows what the hell is going to come up with. You have to make some mechanic work. But
Yeah, probably.
we'll figure it out. And then also, you'll have a special April character like you did with Shaq.
Yeah, I already determined who I wanted to do, so.
So you can wait. You'll have to wait until April. So
Yes, I have one lined up already.
yeah, but it's gonna be good. So, what the hell else do you do on this channel?
That's all I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
I wanted to do like a quote unquote special live stream for Raph's anniversary. I think it was the 16th. I think 16th of this year. I wanted to do something quote unquote special, but it's like I don't know what I could possibly do.
I'm sure we could come up with something.
Just like probably nothing special. Just me streaming more Crusade on the year anniversary or whatever.
I was gonna say, well, you've got time. We'll be able to come up with something. I know that we've also been doing videos like, I mean, one of them is that we were doing videos for Nick All-Star Brawl when characters came out, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure,
over.
I have a strong feeling that that's not happening anymore. So,
So we did the DLC, so that's pretty much over.
yeah,
I think.
we did it. We were doing it for Nick All-Star Brawl. Was there another game that we were doing it for?
We did it for Smash.
Yeah, we did do it for
Which
Smash.
is also
Which is
over.
also
We were gonna do it for Multiverses, but neither of us are really into it
yeah.
anymore.
At least for us, Multiverses kind of fell off, and neither of us really play it.
Yeah.
So, I didn't want to like force it. It's not to say Multiverses is bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a good game. I mean, it has fucking Wonder Woman, and she's like my favorite and everything. So, it's just a game that neither of us really felt suited up. When it came to platform fighters, it didn't really suit either of us. I've still been seeing everything that's been happening, like with Black Adam and stuff, and now Dwayne Johnson's got a costume in there, which is really funny. So now you can actually have a platform fighter, which is Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus LeBron James, and that is the only game where that will ever happen.
Alright.
I think that's hilarious. But otherwise, yeah, neither of us really play it. I know that Hi-Rez has DKO that just recently has become available.
If you pay for it.
Yeah, and the Founders version is playable, which I've been playing, and it's a good game. It's very fun. Just waiting for the free version, and we'll see where that goes. Not really sure, but I'll probably still play it here and there. And
I'll try it when it's free.
yeah, definitely
I
should.
don't really feel,
It's
I don't really feel like
absolutely-
paying for it. Really.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, free games are always worth trying. Because, like, worst case scenario, you don't like it and you just delete it. So,
Right.
that's it. You could come back in, like, a year or two, or you don't have to at all. So, that's just how free games work. That's why the games being free is nice. That's how it's gonna be with DKO. That's how it's gonna be with Project L.
That's why mobile doesn't die.
Yeah, most games on mobile are free. So, but yeah, so I think, you know, it's not much of an update, but this is at least just a chance for us to sit and talk
just a
about
general-
at least where the channel has been.
It
It's like
been,
it's
is
like a
going,
standing
kind of.
point. So I think, obviously the first goal for your channel is to get to 1,000, which hopefully I wouldn't think would take too long, because you're only like 16 off or something, so it's not much.
I got my toes crossed.
all of them, every single one, every toe, every hand, every finger,
Every eyelash. I crossed my eyelashes.
all 40 lashes.
40.
Yeah, so this is currently just the point of us saying where things have been with this channel, things that could possibly be coming up in the future. Obviously, you have like your community post that you'll be able to do if you ever want to give more updates on anything else that happens.
Yeah.
And I'm just the background guy that like does my best to help you with it, but this is your channel.
I'm just the behind the scenes guy.
But I guess you can also use this video to say that we both greatly appreciate anyone who has subscribed, anyone who's watched any of the videos, anyone who's commented, anyone who has essentially said anything about any characters you've made, any videos that we've done, whether it be like posting it on social media, posting it in groups, like with the Bubsy video, like anything like that.
And during the live stream, even just taking the time out of your day to just drop by and say hi, and you don't even have to stick around, but the fact you do it.
Yeah. Even just like popping in just to see what's going on during the live streams. Like, we greatly appreciate any support and any time that you're willing to give to the channel, because that's all we really want, is just to is be entertaining in some sense, and like put out videos because it's fun, and it's just an excuse to play games and not leave the house. So
Just an excuse to not have to interact with other people, especially when it's snowing out.
Yeah.
We had snow yesterday.
Yeah, it can be brutal here. So, but yeah, we greatly appreciate anything that you guys have done for us in 2022, because I know that that's when a lot of this stuff started happening. That's when, like, at least for you and I, Crusade really picked up. Was this year.
I mean,
so
now that I think about it, it really was a big year.
Yeah, because like that's when you started like actually doing like coding and stuff and making your characters. You started this year, and it wasn't even at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So if you like,
I feel like it's already. No, it's been less than a year, and I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, I feel like you've been doing so much stuff in Crusade, and yeah, it hasn't even been a year yet. I think a year would be like May.
January.
January?
Yeah, Wrath came out in January.
Oh, okay. So it's close to a year. Okay. I was thinking you started in like April or May or something.
You think I started with a gem like Shaq? You think I started with that guy? What a starting point.
Hard to say. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Being on YouTube has turned me into an idiot. I'm gonna say that's the platform's fault.
It's the writer's fault.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you for your time, your views, your
support.
Yes, just any kind of support. That's all that we want is your support. And we hope that all of you will stick around and bring your friends over for 2023. And
come on, grab your friends. Everybody, let's go.
Into the next year. And I guess we will see how 2023 turns out. We'll say that it will be better than this one, because that's what I always say. That may the coming year be better than the current one. And if the current one's good, then the next one will be great. If the current one is bad, the next one will be easier to manage.
Yeah. I mean, the current year was rock bottom. There's nowhere left to go but up, right?
Yeah, exactly. if your 2022 was bad, then that means up is the only way you can go. So you have to have a positive outlook. That's what we try to do. We try to keep it optimistic and drama-free. We're not great at it, but we try. So go ahead and you can check out any of the previous videos that came out this year on this channel. You can check out the Attempt to Play channel. We have a lot of videos on there. Although I personally feel like a lot of the old ones are bad and probably aren't worth watching because
Yes, probably skip the first year.
yeah, I would probably, let's say, start with like maybe Bubsy 1. Bubsy 1 downward are fine. Everything before that, like, not so much. Just the audio and video is just terrible because, I mean, that's all we had at the time. So things have gotten better now and they will continue to improve. But they weren't great then, but we did it anyways. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, so.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well,
All right, cool.
Cool. See y'all next year.
I think that's it. Okay, we're good now.